Hello, I'm Mark Jenkins. I'm a professor here at the University of Washington School of Drama, and welcome to Behind the Curtain. And today I'm going to be talking with Victor Pappas, a renowned director who's helming our production of Emma with the PATP, and it's going to be playing at the Playhouse Theater between February 8th and 26th. So welcome, Victor.
Hi.
And my first question for you is, what is it about Jane Austen and Emma that should invite first-timers as well as those familiar with Emma and Jane Austen? I mean, those who love her and those who don't know her from anybody.
Well, she writes wonderful characters, easily identifiable characters, but also interesting and complex characters. It's a really interesting period for that, and it's pre-Victorian, so it's right at the end of the Napoleonic era. So there's a kind of freedom, and you see it in the clothing really as much as anywhere else, that the women are not corseted. Everything is much more fluid and more celebratory of the human body rather than of some idealized, covered up and protected version of the human body. And it's a period where really people exercise their wits in order to get what they want.
The script suggests that the scenes change rather seamlessly. So would you talk a bit about the set and lighting and anything? And how
the set is very open. We're doing it on a thrust stage, which is, I think, not what it was written for. I think, like many plays, it's probably written for a proscenium stage where you could have 3 or 4 locations simultaneously on the stage or wagon things on and off. But very early in the process, we agreed on the idea of a circular feeling so that things can exist inside and outside simultaneously. There's a central part of the set that's a beautiful floor pattern that is mostly used for interiors, occasionally used for exteriors, and then there's a path around it. So we can go very fluidly from one place to the outdoors and then to another place because the furniture is being changed while we're in the outdoors, And it becomes a sort of dance, which I like very much. I mean, which also to me seems very in keeping with the style of her writing and the period. There's a lot of wonderful music from that period, and dancing was very important as a social activity, especially in the country where she lived much of her life, and where the play takes place, because that was the social interaction.
Right.
You'd go to tea, you'd have a short visit, and you'd go to dances. And I'm hoping that the play will have the feel of, not quite a ballet, but a very fluid sort of almost dance-like flow.
What can they learn from Emma about such things as romance, courtship, chivalry, graciousness?
Well, there's a system of manners, for example, that you don't call somebody by their first name. You call them Miss So-and-so until you're given permission to call them by their first name, or until you are so familiar with them that it's like your family. We don't have that anymore in our culture, although we did have that when I was growing up. And there's an etiquette of physical interaction, that certain times it's okay to touch, certain times it's not. And when you touch, it has to be with permission. That if the woman does not extend her hand to you to shake hands, you don't take her hand, and that it's a breach of etiquette if you do. And in fact, there's a moment in the staging when someone does that. So those things, I think, are part of it. But I think that, to me, the thing that I hope people will take away from it is that theme of don't play games when you're dealing with people. Mm-hmm. Deal with people honestly and openly, and look at your own foibles as much as you're looking at other people's. And if you do that, then you actually have a chance to have a happy life with not too much effort. I mean, I think that's the lesson that Emma learns. That she's avoiding something by putting all of her energy outside and trying to manipulate everybody else's life and not realizing that that's keeping her from having the happiness that she really wants.
Any other thoughts or comments about the work, the production?
That people should see it.
I was going to say that.
It's going well.
Good. So, we hope you'll come see the show, and it's at the Playhouse, the Jones Playhouse Theater, and you can get tickets by looking up online, drama.uw.edu. That's drama.uw.edu. Thank you.